Welcome back to Jesters of Ravenloft, where a group of comedians try to escape the horrors of the mist. Before moving on to the next realm, New Rogue apologized to Tyler about his lost finger, and Tyler gave him a consoling hug that they both needed. Meanwhile, Shadow Nemesis revealed to DDX that he missed him and wanted him back, but DDX proposed they start again as equals, something the barbarian needed time to consider. Ezra then sent them to the realm of Yashi. The troop heard sounds of revelry coming from a nearby encampment, and after deliberating over how best to approach the camp, Del offered to create flowers to sell. But will the people of this realm believe that Wet Change is merely a band of simple flower merchants? I doubt it.
Hello, friends, and welcome back to Jesters of Ravenloft. We are excited to dive into our fourth episode. I'll give you a quick recap of what happened earlier tonight in case you were just joining in now. Our heroes successfully negotiated the Cardinals' team up with Issa Just Me, the new Popess of the Clergy of the Flesh. They have collected new magical items that were gifted by chat. They have discussed amongst themselves various sins, holy things. Secrets were revealed about who is whose best friend, who misses who. They made their way into a new realm in the search for Count Yashi, who they know is a vampire, and they found themselves outside a village. They came together with a plot of what to do. It took the whole group, Shadow Nemesis scouting ahead, deciding that they were going to appear as flower sellers alongside Prince Arabella, because they lent the whole hat of disguise to Rumpleforeskin, who is appearing as a beautiful centaur to make sure that the villagers are not creeped out by an otherwise very skeletal flaming horse. Del was drawing up flowers, so everyone would have flowers to sell, and they were ready to move forwards, having decided they were from South Gullington and North South Gullington, drawn together after the war.
Yes.
That's what we got. So, do I have any questions about continuity or anything else from any of you lovely players?
No.
No way.
Just that what Shadow Nemesis saw scouting ahead was just this kind of developed encampment. We talked about a vampire castle, but we don't actually know that there is one yet, right?
Correct. You've not seen a castle. He just saw the village.
Okay, cool.
Threw my headphones everywhere. There we go. And with that, it's time for us to return to Ravenloft. You are all making your way towards this ramshackle village being led by Prince Arabella. Rumpleforeskin in disguise, wearing a crown on their hindquarters. Del, is there anything else you made other than physical flowers for everyone to sell?
If I had time, I would make a couple baskets.
Oh, you would have time. Absolutely.
Great. So physical flowers, they're all roses. They're all different colored roses. Some baby's breath. I'm not good at flowers. I know how to draw roses. It's a bunch of those. And then woven baskets.
Fabulous. Can you roll me an insight?
Yes. Oh, well, I rolled an at one, which means ghosts happen.
Oh,
Let
no.
me roll my ghosts for here. I rolled a 2, so I am deafened by ghost voices for 1 minute.
Great. You are not going to hear the entrance to this town. The ghosts are screaming at you, and it lasts longer than you would otherwise have expected. But you do manage to hand out baskets and flowers before screaming ghosts are swirling around you. And you all make your way into this village. As you appear, walking forth from the mist into the torchlight, you at first see a number of these villagers that are drinking. I mean, you all obviously see the same thing the Shadow Nemesis saw when he was here. You see a number of people stiffen until they spot the prince, and then they dash back to the longhouse. The doors are flung open. You see many more villagers inside. There's music inside. All of this is happening as people flood out to see all of you. And Rumple looks back and goes, "Oh, I wasn't really ready for a speech. Does somebody want to be my herald?"
What? Sure.
Fabulous. Get out there. The villagers are hurrying forwards now, a big mass of them, all holding tankards of ale and other things.
I'm going to turn back real quick, though. What's your name again?
Prince Arabella?
Hello, everyone. I am here to declare Prince Arabella, the centaur, has arrived.
One of the villagers steps forwards, just very old, wizened man, but he still has a mug in each hand. And just, so this is Prince.
Yes, he's a prince and he's a centaur. I'm from South Gullington, I am.
Okay, what are you doing here with the prince?
Prince, do you want to explain the situation? I've done my duties. I gotta go now.
I forbid you from going. Continue to explain what's happening. You are the voice of this group, as you know.
All right.
Don't test me. I am a prince.
We're merchants, we is. We're selling flowers. And I have baby's breath and roses.
Can you roll me a persuasion? With advantage. You do have a lot of flowers.
That will be a 16. Dirty 16.
You were so lucky that their roll added up to 15. Well, these chicks out. All right, they're here to sell flowers. Prince, come up to high table. Everyone else wander around, sell flowers wherever you want. Flowers for everyone. And the whole village goes, yay! And then they return immediately back to partying. And you are all ignored as several villagers bow and scrape to lead Prince Arabella into the longhouse. Oh, that's great. Yep, I'll duck under the door. Rumple managed to swing the disguise around and then be brought into the longhouse. The village has returned to normalcy. You are seeing a couple of children watching cautiously from a distance. The other villagers are kind of standing around chatting, laughing. It's clear this is the outside of the bar crowd. You're seeing a number of people smoking pipes, these kind of things. It seems like most of the action is happening inside the longhouse. Your ploy has worked. What do you do?
Me?
The group collectively. You've all been left
God.
outside. The prince has been feted. The big part of the party inside being absolutely celebrated. You have all been left behind to go find whoever you want to sell flowers to / whatever else you want to do.
I'm going to go to...
used...
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
No, please.
My thing is just I will have taken a page out of Rumple's book and cast my Hexblood ability, Disguise Self, on myself to just look like in my uniform and clothes. If unusual creatures are potentially frowned upon, then I should probably not look green and have horns. So I change my appearance back to how I look when I first got to Ravenloft, but I'm wearing all the same armor and other gear that I have on me right now.
Great.
I give myself a finger back as well as an illusion, so no one else asks questions about that.
I'm going to run and stick close to Dell because she's my rock in this. I've taken on a voice that I am now a little bit wary about, like blowing and setting everybody back. So I'm just going to keep my mouth shut and be like, I did everything I needed to do. And Dell, thank you so much for doing the flowers. I'm going to just shut up now and follow you.
Oh, okay. It go okay?
I guess I'll follow you too, boss. You lead the way.
Okay, great.
All right, well, hold on a minute. So we'll blend in, sell some flowers, all right?
Okay.
Keep an eye out for any vampire-y things, like, say, castles, or like the moon with bats in front of it. Things like that. Things you might be a little bit spooky. And if you can, just act out innocent like, because these villagers probably going to be real superstitious, so we don't want to spook them.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, let's get selling. Why don't we walk around, say half an hour, and
Is there like a central hub to this place, or
it's the longhouse cabin at the center that's just chock full of people right now. So yeah, you can absolutely work this crowd of people outside who are, having their more private conversations, smoking pipes, etc. There's plenty of play to be able to be had there. Otherwise, you could say you could meet outside of it, you could meet behind it, you could meet anywhere you really please.
Okay, all right. Why don't we meet at the in front of that big house there in half an hour, and we can relay what we learned.
Wait, are you saying we all have to split up?
Well, I mean, I'm going to go find some information. I mean, maybe you, the deputy, can go into the longhouse there, and yeah, just don't spook him. I can't stress it enough. Don't talk about no Draculas or vampires.
What's a Dracula?
Dracula's a vampire, but it's not the king of vampires.
Oh,
Yeah,
I didn't know they had a king.
Yeah, man. Don't talk about it, though.
Well, everybody's got a boss. Okay.
All right. New Rogue, you want to stay with me, or you want to go with Shadow Nemesis or Tyler? Or
I'm good with you if that's okay.
all right. Well, let's just do a lap around this longhouse, and then we can pop in to check on Rumpleforeskin.
Copy that.
The prince. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
All right, Tyler, you with me then.
Okay. I'm going to cast Enhance Ability on Shadow Nemesis. This is a spell that I swapped out for Mage Armor since it doesn't seem like anybody needs Mage Armor anymore. We're all pretty well armored up. And so I'm going to cast... I'm going to cast Owl's Wisdom.
Ooh.
Basically, with Enhance Ability, I just pick an ability, and skill checks using that ability have, I believe, advantage. Yeah, so you now have advantage on wisdom checks.
Oh, thank God.
For the next hour while I'm concentrating on this spell. I just say, here, and I'll put a hand on your shoulder.
Crikey,
it's
so smart.
Yeah, it's just magic Adderall. It's just everything just kind of but not in the sense of like the way like TV shows or like stuff like shows like a person who doesn't need Adderall taking Adderall. It's like, it's like the intended use and effect of like, just everything just opens up and seems so much clearer and simpler and easier to process. That's all.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Shadow Nemesis does tend to have, one might say, a facility for planning for the future, ignoring assumptions about the past, and really struggling to remain in the present. So being able to just help him laser in on this moment seems very helpful for him and in general. Shadow Nemesis, I would say the thing I will give you for free is your passive perception begins to rise. You realize that there are these people outside. Everyone seems to be having a good time. Everyone seems to have, it's a party night in this village. The kids and the adults, the kids you're seeing are staying close to the torches and lamps that are outside. They're almost staying within the light itself. They just instinctively follow those rhythms. And the adults that you're seeing outside, you're realizing as people trade in and out, they're keeping a consistent number of people outside, all of whom are watching the darkness surrounding the village. They're watching the tree lines. They're watching the building limits. It's a casual fun night where everybody's having a good time, and they have some security that is very well practiced. It's just everybody is aware that they all take turns on the perimeter, even as this party progresses. That's what you're aware of at this time. You are working the outside. You're already there, so we'll deal with this first. What's your plan here? Who are you going to approach? Do you have a strategy? Let me know what you're thinking.
I would think my strategy, if I'm noticing that there's security people and they're watching the shadows outside of town, I want to make my way there gradually. So I'm going to, as I walk, kind of just announce my wares, just be like, flowers, rare treasures for sale, flowers, rare treasures for sale. And then go up to somebody, or I'll go up to one of the kids being like, hello, how about a flower for free? And I want to offer a flower to a child.
I would like that very much, thank you.
Oh, no problem. All children deserve flowers. That's the South Gullington way of life, it is.
Okay, thank you.
You want any rare treasures there, mate?
What does that mean?
Well, get your gander on this then, I say.
And I want to pull out the gold statue that I stole.
Holy shit!
That's right.
I'm not going to go into the woods with you, stranger, but I will take your statue.
Oh, but it's a fair trade. What would you offer for this here statue?
I have this flower.
Well, I was thinking maybe something more along the ways of money or...
I don't know, okay, but I only have the one wooden penny. You can have it, I guess.
Well,
This will get you a whole soup.
Well, you know what, friend? There's something where I'm from, which is South Gullington, where money or secrets are also tradable for items.
What secrets do you want to know?
What you tell me about your town here? We're travellers after all from South Gullington, 100 towns over that way. We don't know what this place is even called it is.
I mean, this is one of the many night villages that we travel between. These are places we can stay safe and have many fires. This one is number 3.
Well, now hold on a tick there. South Gullington is the safest town in the whole wide world. You just said you can stay safe. That implies that you ain't safe unless you's in one of these towns. Number 3, you said this was. What do you mean by that?
You are so lucky that you came here and came in from the dark. Everything up there will eat and kill you. Monsters come and turn you into monsters, and they eat you and they kill you. That's what I know.
Are you seeing this happen, you this?
No, that's why I stay in the light. I'm good.
Oh, when you say monsters, what you talking about then?
What's your name?
My name's Jimmy McJib.
Can you roll me a deception with advantage?
Okay, let me write down my name first. Jimmy McJib. Okay. All right.
Fuck off, Adam.
Deception with advantage is 17.
Despite having awful stats, he gets an 18.
The name sounds made up. Why are you telling lies?
Oh, you got me. It's a joke from South Gullington. My name is Adam McNamara.
Is that a lie or the truth?
Well, I suppose it's a lie.
Okay, roll me deception. I will give you advantage.
All right. That's better. All right, that's a total of 24.
Yeah, with a 5.
Oh, that name makes much more sense. Funny joke name, though. That sounded so silly. What's your friend's name?
In South Gullington, we don't speak for other people. We let the people speak for themselves, we is. Friend, what do you say which his name is to this wonderful person?
My name's Clint Farton.
Why don't you introduce yourself to Clint Farton, then?
Just as a point of clarity, it is Clint. Clint.
C-L-I-N-T. Farton.
C-L-I-N-T.
Yes, I would not have the other name.
Okay.
Don't be like the bully.
Who's to say? I have no judgment. I just want to make sure I get it right. Hello, Clint. My name is Tyler.
Nice to meet you, Tyler. Okay, so there is monsters in the woods that monster killer eat you.
Sorry, could you run that by me one more time? There's the din of the party is really...
There's monsters in the woods that kill you, eat you, turn you into a monster, then you're dead.
Oh, that sounds bad.
Sounds really bad.
Yeah. Never happened to me. I'm one of the good Fartons. I stay in the light.
Same here. South Gullington, where's old good? Now, let me pose a weird question for you, just out of the blue. Is there like a king of all the monsters, like a leader? And if there is that a house they live in? Do you know what that house is?
You want to know about if I tell you, will I get that statue?
Oh, yes, of course. Trade's a trade. That's what we say in South Gullington, it is.
Okay, then You have to lean closer because I can't say it too loud or he'll hear.
Oh, well.
Well, lean in, Tyler.
Okay.
Listen together.
The leader of the monsters here is called Yoshi. And he lives in the big castle right over there.
And Clint points to the north, you would assume, from where you are facing. And there is a lightning strike that lights up the sky. And in this flash of light, you see a massive Gothic castle lit with spires collapsing in on itself in the distance, and not far up a massive winding rock path. Some distance in these woods, but way closer than you ever expected.
Oh, he might have heard me though. He did the lightning.
I look at Tyler with like a I told you so kind of look and be like,
Oh, well, it's a good thing you told us where the house is so we don't go there. Ain't that right, Tyler?
Yeah. I'm looking at the castle thinking, how did we not see this before?
The moment the lightning flash is gone, it's back fully in darkness.
Oh shit.
Well, here's your statue then.
Oh, thank you. This is so nice. Don't go to the castle or he'll kill and eat you.
You don't have to tell me twice. That's what we say in South Gollington, it is.
That place sounds made up. Goodbye.
Clint runs away.
Oh, smart kid.
I thought he was an old man.
Take a quick commercial break right there. Things are being discovered outside the Longhouse, but inside. Del, you are leading your delegation of yourself, New Rogue, and Dr. Deputy Extreme. As you make your way into this building, you are seeing that it is strung in the various corners and other locations with strings of garlic and other herbs that have been dried and hung. You are seeing religious symbols scattered, carved out of wood in various locales, kind of above and below. Some of them carved directly into the wall, some of them hanging pieces, some of them tucked into corners and onto mantles. Some of these you would recognize, New Rogue, as being versions of your Ezra symbol. Other symbols you would not recognize at all. It's just a full gamut of anything here. But this is an uproariously celebrating longhouse. There is ale being served from a bartending position. There's a small band playing like 3 different stringed instruments that seem almost kind of violin or fiddle-esque. And you're seeing the equivalent of an accordion, just a fantasy accordion being played. People are dancing. Prince Arabella is with a council of what seem like the elders in one corner, struggling occasionally with eye line, but everyone's giving a very polite distance, so you're not worried about the visual aspects of this betraying you. You walk into this space. Can you roll me a perception?
Mm-hmm.
I'll get one from you as well, New Rogue, because you're here.
Copy that.
Got a 13.
That's going to be a dirty 20.
Okay, Del, you do see that there are some teenagers awkwardly looking at each other across the dance floor. They aren't quite dancing yet. They all seem to be pretending to be too cool for it. If you were looking to actually sell flowers, that's where you could make a pretty good living right now. But New Rogue, as you were looking around, you realize there is a figure dressed differently than all of these locals in one corner, seated at a table by himself. He's got a little bit of a gap around him. He is dressed in almost Victorian era finery. You're seeing a cravat, a fancy jacket, all these things in place, perfectly coiffed hair, though it's been a little bit wind blown. He seems to be enjoying the sights as it happens, but he is clearly being shunned. Eye contact is not being made, and you can see 3 different kind of burlier, 2 burly men and 1 burlier woman kind of sectioning off the crowd to stay away from him.
Oh. Hey, Del.
Yeah.
Scope out that guy over there. Do you see how everybody's avoiding him? The one who's dressed all fancy like?
Oh yeah. Yeah, let me see a second. And I'm looking at this guy, and I have the reflective dog eyes with my like shiny eyes, and instead of white yellowy reflections, they turn red, and I open up my divine senses. So I know the location of any celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet that's not behind total cover. So I'm just looking at this room and I can tell the vibes.
That's fucking cool.
Looking around this place, it's a celestial fiend or undead.
Yes, and I know what type they are.
Wow.
Yeah, you are sensing some magic in this space. There's clearly some stuff here that's beyond your ability to kind of ken and label. Mm-hmm. You are not seeing any celestials. You are not seeing any fiends, and you're not seeing any undead. It seems like this is just a building full of people being people, which I imagine is somewhat calming because you can get jumped by people, but you don't have any secret demons, angels, or undead in this space.
Mm-hmm. And I take that minute and I nod. Well, do you think you maybe we could go talk to him? Doesn't seem like anybody's a super powerful magic thing here, except for, you know who.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm curious.
Okay. DDX?
Yeah?
Here, I give DDX like my stack of flowers. I'm like, all right, give these to people. You can tell them, pay what they want. See if you find anything out, giving people flowers, okay?
All right, I'll go sell all the flowers. You want to give me yours, Uncle Juice? I mean, whatever your name is.
No, I'll keep some on me just in case. You know, you never know when you have to do some business.
Okay.
Thanks.
DDX is going to turn and go into the crowd. Let's see. Is he good? Oh, yeah, he rolls really well. He instinctively makes a beeline straight for those teenagers. It starts to be like,
You clearly want to stare at that person. You want some way to make him talk to you? Buy a flower.
and just starts bullying teens who are horrified that he's outing them and immediately start trying to figure out what they're going to pay him, what to make him go away. You start making your way towards this figure that is separated from the crowd. And the burly woman of these three people kind of bouncing almost this section of the room steps in front of you and says, You do not want to go. Talk to him.
Why not? He looks a little sad. Maybe he wants a flower?
He is making a poor choice, and it will cost him deeply.
What's the choice you're making?
Can you roll me a deception?
Oh. No.
I cast enhance ability on the wrong person.
That is a 12.
You don't need to put on your fancy prince voice here. We are good people, and you can be too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. No fancy talk. What's wrong with that person? What choice is he making?
For you to even know puts you in danger. Do you want to be in danger, friend?
I look at Dell. I
shrug.
I guess, yeah, sure.
This is a choice you are making.
Mm-hmm.
We note it. Go ahead. And she steps aside and you're allowed to pass through.
Oh, didn't really get an answer, but...
Go ahead.
Oh, sure. Okay. Hello, sir. We're from South Gullington. Why is nobody talking to you?
And this handsome, dark-haired young man looks up at you from a table that has 4 ales on it, 3 of them full, and says, Oh, good. Please, come sit down. I bought these ales in hopes of making friends and no one would.
No. Fuck off. Okay.
Please take a seat with me.
Okay, sure.
Sure. Hi.
It's so nice to see a friendly face. I've been traveling a long way on business, and then when I came to this place, they were all so strange when they heard who my client was.
Who's your client?
Well, I'm afraid to say, knowing that it's driven so many people away. Can we not just drink and make merry, and then we'll go our separate ways after sharing tales of our lives?
Is your client maybe a fancy person that people here are afraid of? Maybe.
Well, I am a lawyer, so I can't tell you things of my client. It is part of my oaths.
It's Count Yashi, isn't it?
Well, can you roll me a stealth, New Rogue? Whoa! At disadvantage.
That's a 7.
Record
As
scratch.
you say that name, the band stops playing, and there is a massive lightning strike outside, and the whole town of villagers inside this place turn to stare at the table. And the lady says, "You will not speak that name again, or you will be taken outside and left in the woods. Understood?"
Yeah, sorry about that. Have a flower.
I will not touch you or anything you touch. And the barricade around this table shifts another 5 feet out, leaving an even wider gap.
Wow.
Yes, I'm afraid they seem to take things very personally when I speak about my client. I had hoped to get advice on how to make my way to his castle, but they are deeply troubled here.
Yeah. Well, we could maybe help you get to the castle. We're travelers. We're traveling with our Prince Arabella over there. We just came in.
Oh, you're with the prince. That's good to know. Yes, perhaps you have need of a lawyer. After I am done here, I could put you in touch with my organization back from Frankland.
Maybe. Yeah.
Yes, I am Neil Tongue, Esquire, and you are my new compatriots.
Esquire.
Fuck off. Oh my god.
I'm Del. Nice to meet you.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Del.
I'm New Rogue.
And it is nice to meet you, New Rogue.
Yeah.
That is a distinct name for a charming fellow. Please take an ale. Please take an ale. I know that we're all aristocrats here with the finest of accents.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
When were you looking to make your way to he who shall not be named?
I'm to make my way to the castle tomorrow. I have this letter of employment that will gain me entrance. And he produces a fanciful letter that's clearly been sealed. There is apparently a carriage coming to collect me.
Would it be irregular for you to be joined by a party?
I'm sorry, you want to join me? How so?
I mean, go in the carriage with you. I thought, yeah.
Well, where are you going? I'm receiving a custom carriage and invitation to meet with my esteemed client because I am truly one of the smartest and most talented lawyers in Frankland.
Well, we're traveling merchants, and we wish to do business with that individual, and perhaps our presence would seal the deal with you and that person.
Well, then perhaps if you remained here, I could travel to the castle tomorrow, bring a letter of introduction, and then send back a carriage should my esteemed client wish to meet with you.
You seem to be a man who makes bold choices. And
Oh, no, sir. I am a mild-mannered lawyer, having been sent so I can finally make partner and marry my lovely bride.
surely
Becky Birdface.
Sorry. Come by that one again. What?
Pecky Birdface is what she is known by.
well,
Her real name is Seraphina Celeste Golden, but she goes by Pecky Birdface amongst friends.
well, how impressed would Pecky Birdface be should you really land a great deal with this person by having an entourage with you upon your very first meeting, because we have some real tricks up our sleeves that would, I think it would really seal the deal with you and Pecky Birdface.
I mean, you seem like noble, aristocratic fellows.
Yes.
But my great concern is we have only just met and you're trying to join me in my carriage and you speak of your excellent experience with trickery. I would not want to sully myself or ruin my chances of marrying my dear Pecky Birdface by making such a monumental error on the road. How can I know that I can trust you both? We'll take a quick commercial break right there. You are realizing as you've had this conversation, Dell and New Rogue, that you're closing in on the half hour where you're supposed to meet out front, but this does seem to be bearing fruit. Would you remain here to try to win over Neil Tongue Esquire, or would you go out for your meeting and bring your friends back in, perhaps, or some other plot?
I think we should try and seal the deal, because I have something that might be able to just do it.
I'm looking over at New Rogue and he's looking confident. So staying true.
Neil Tongue Esquire?
Yes?
If I may, would you be able to produce one of your documents just to show me your bona fides?
I have not brought my degrees with me, for I have this letter of invitation written out to my law firm. Obviously, I will not hand that over for you to look at, because I don't want to see it forged, sir.
I understand.
I protect the relationship of my firm and this client, and I also am guaranteeing my marriage to the innocent and beautiful Pecky Birdface by completing this task.
That's very reasonable. I'm wondering then.
Watching Del die is killing me.
To gain your trust, I would like to read out some of my bona fides.
All right, sir. I would be happy to hear them. I don't know why you reading them to me is important. Perhaps I could read them. I am a talented lawyer. I can read many a contract and identify forgeries should that be needed.
Oh, that's a great skill, but I would prefer to read it myself. And I'm going to withdraw my scroll of charm person.
Okay.
Ooh. Shit.
Let's see what's written on it. I got this from the previous realm.
Yep, you start reading the spell. So you cast charm person. And I got to look up how this spell works for you.
Shit.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
That's got to be tier 3.
I know.
That
I'm going to hell.
That is sneaky and wily and
Not
very
anybody on
clever.
our team. It's fine.
Very resourceful.
Charm
Much better
person.
than
You attempt to charm a humanoid you can see within range. It must make a wisdom saving throw and does so with advantage if you or your companions are fighting it, which you are not. If it fails the saving throw, it is charmed by you until the spell ends, which lasts an hour, or until you or your companions do anything harmful to it. The charmed creature regards you as a friendly acquaintance. When the spell ends, the creature knows it was charmed by you. Okay. He's not seeing this coming. He's not terribly smart, but let's see how his saving throw goes. Nope, he fails. He gets like a 7. So he's definitely... Wow, those bona fides are so impressive, sir.
Yes, indeed. So, may myself and my party join you on this carriage ride?
I mean, of course. We can stay here overnight and then take the carriage tomorrow as scheduled.
Great. Where are you sleeping this evening?
I have procured lodging in one of the properties at the edges of this fine night village.
Well, great.
Nero,
Perhaps.
can you roll me a wisdom saving throw, like an insight? I think an insight
okay.
makes the most sense.
Okay. Okay, good. That's dirty 13.
Dirty 13. Okay. I'm going to say you realize he will know he's been charmed in an hour.
Damn. Okay. So I'm going to lean over to Dell. The scroll indicates that he might be realizing that he's charmed after about an hour's time. So I don't know where we go from here. So if you have any ideas, Dell.
Oh.
I kind of, like put the key in the door, and I kind of need you to open the rest of it.
Oh, I see some of your other compatriots are joining you from outside. And you look over and see DDX leading Tyler and Shadow Nemesis in to join this conversation, because DDX went out to the meeting outside on time. And he'd hurriedly said to both of you,
They're inside talking to some guy who also knows the name of the count, and they said it, and everybody got pissed off and stuff. Also, I got us a bunch of coins we can use for soup. But you should go in. That's why they're not coming out.
Oh, all right then. Well, lead the way then.
and he just walks you towards them and says,
Yeah. Security says we're all going to hell or whatever. Fuck off, lady.
and he shoves you two in so you can go join the conversation.
Oh, Tyler.
Hey.
Oh, you silly little binky. My name's Adam McNamara, it is.
Wow, it is.
It sure is.
Well,
It's so nice to meet you, Tyler and Adam McNamara. I am Neil Tongue Esquire, famed lawyer from Frankland. I am here to on business, etc. As you know from my best friend, New Rogue.
yes.
Oh, wow. You guys got on quick.
Yes, he's a very charming person. He's
How could
so
one not be charmed by New Rogue and his incredible talents?
Yeah. His
by
personality
New
is magical. Magically charming.
Okay.
You may not be sure of him, but wait until he reads his bona fides. Here, this document. And he gives you what is clearly a magicless and used scroll of charm person.
They don't need to hear that. I crumple it up, put it in my pocket. So look, we really need to get to where you're going. Perhaps you might be able to get the carriage ride tonight in, say, half an hour's time.
Unfortunately, I don't have a way to reach out to my esteemed client. I am just waiting as I am ferried from conveyance to conveyance, which is why, don't worry, best friend New Rogue, friend of my whole life and close bosom friend of my heart. I cannot wait for Pecky Birdface to meet you so that you can be there. Perhaps you'll be my best man at the wedding. But for now, we will wait until we can journey forwards tomorrow as most trusted bosom companions.
This guy's marrying a bird?
Guys, can I see you for just a second?
Yeah.
Of course, we could talk about all the things that we've been trading then.
Excuse me just a moment, Neil Tongue.
Take all the time you need.
Okay.
Ales for everyone. He immediately starts harassing people into ordering things for him, now oblivious to the fact that everyone is shying away from him in horror, and instead just trying to set up a nice thing because he wants to impress his best friend, New Rogue's friends.
So he's our ticket to the castle.
It's in the north, by the way.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
He has a carriage ride that arrives tomorrow morning. However, this charming spell will wear off in an hour's time, and I don't know what happens when that hour ends. So any ideas on how we can make sure to stay in his good graces?
Well, I got me an idea then.
What's that?
Well, if he's our ticket, I say that one of us becomes the ticket. We invite him out to a nice quiet place. We murder the hell out of him.
We're not doing
And
that.
we put on his clothes.
No,
And then when the cart comes to pick us up, we could pretend to be him.
Shadow Nemesis,
what
that's
if-
tier 1. No.
No. Well, what if, we're supposed to be doing nice things, remember? What if the castle guy really wants this person to be his friend or something, and then if he's dead, that ruins that. Remember? We're making friends. We're
If
making
he's got
friends.
a cart ride to the castle, he's probably part of whatever the Count is his nightmare is probably part of it.
Well, here's the thing. Unless we can convince him in, an hour to bring us to that castle, I don't see how we're getting up there.
Well, why don't we just explain it then or something? Like, hey, we did this so we could talk to you. We could say he'll protect him or something. Like, obviously everyone's giving him the cold shoulder.
Okay, why don't we bring him to his room and we'll tell him that. And if he says no, I'll blow his bloody brains out.
No, you're not blowing his bloody brains out. Truth is the best policy. I'm with you, Del. Neil Tongue, would you be able to take us all to your room now?
I mean, I could, but I just got us all of these ales. Look here, we can sit and make merry as best bosom friends do.
We can take those to go.
If that's what you want, best friend, let's go for a stroll together. I trust no one as much as I trust you.
Yay.
You've never steered me wrong.
Okay, let's get out of here now.
Okay.
Just a second. I have to get my bag. It has all of my necessary work contracts and other materials. And he goes over and picks it up. It's like a medicine bag of that era. It meets a briefcase, large. It clasps shut at the top. It has a little lock at the top. He's got it firmly under one arm. There we go. Bring your ales, friends.
Do you all want to go see where the house is, and then you can rock call me so I can let the prince know what's going on?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Look, a great idea it is.
All right. Let's go, Neil
I'll
Tongue.
meet you.
The boys head off with new rogues, new best bosom buddy, Neil Tongue Esquire. Del, you, however, need to communicate with Prince Arabella still inside the longhouse. What do you do? What's your play here?
Yeah, just sidling up next to the prince, and I'm like, hey, prince, I'm just checking in, see how you're getting on with all the subjects.
And you see the elders shrinking back from you and the crowd moving away.
Prince, you cannot trust this. They are cursed. They will bring you great danger. You will lose everything.
Well, I don't know how that could be true. They're the most loyal subjects a prince could ever want.
If you say so, Prince, we will have to shun you as well.
Well, then, fuck it. I'm shunned. All right, guys, this has been fun. I'm going to go get shunned with my friend over here. So have a nice time.
Okay.
Tragedy.
Del, you want to go?
Yeah, let's go. That was much easier than I was worried of. Okay, let's go.
All right, goodbye, everybody. Goodbye. The crowd parts like the Red Sea as you guys try to exit. Everyone horrified of you, casting aspersions, hand signs against the evil eye, and other religious symbols being held up towards you until you step outside and everyone has already cleared a path. You can't see the boys. They've clearly already made their move, though you have a rough idea where they went by seeing where security isn't. What do you say to Rumple Foreskin, Del?
All right, so I guess we found the guy who's going up the spooky castle that we figured was here.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, the new rogue cast a spell on him to make him friendly, but he will realize in an hour, so we got to figure out what to do in the meantime.
Oh, that's a problem.
Yeah, well.
And what are they doing with him currently?
They're going with him back to his I guess, house or hotel or whatever is here.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess let's see if he's alive when we get there.
Oh, good point. Yeah. Hopefully New Rogue Tyler can keep him alive, maybe.
Hooves crossed. Let's go.
Okay.
That's the end of our episode.
That's the end of this episode, listener, but next week you could become a watcher and affect the Jesters' adventures by joining our Twitch stream, which happens every Wednesday night. If you join our Twitch chat, you can give the cast magical items, name NPCs, and decide the events that shape Ravenloft. So catch up on the story, follow Dum Dum Dice on Twitch, and join our weekly stream right away. Jesters of Ravenloft features the voices of players Tyler Hewitt, Borovic, Guy Bradford, and Adam McNamara, alongside Dungeon Master Ryan LaPlante. This episode was edited and mixed by Laura Hamstra, and Jesters of Ravenloft's artwork was created by Del Borovic at delborovic.com. That's DELBOROVIC. Our theme song is Dark Mysterious Halloween Night by Sound Gallery by Dmitry Taras, and our ad breaks use the tracks No Control and Chiefs by Jazzar, JAHZZAR, whose music is available at freemusicarchive.org. For all things Dum-Dums and Dice, including merchandise and how to join our Patreon, you can visit dumdumdice.com or find us on social media at dumdumdice. That's DUMBDUMBDICE. Now get out of here before the mist gets you too!
Dum-Dums and Dice has to give a special thank you to the supreme beings of our Patreon at this time: George Dolby, Gavin and Abby McDonald, Fire Unfriendly, Grandma Likes D&D, Alan, Stabby Stranger, Alarain Okapi, Madre de Gatos, Mithrian, Garbo Ape, Sam Schaefer, Waffle Marine, Dia de los Hoodless, Squishy Werewolf, Remy Funky Head, Accent Therapeutic Services in Florence, Kentucky, Lael, Jordan Oliver, Richard Wright, Brittany Fenwick, Megan Werner, A Man Out of Time, Curtis at FingerTechRobotics.com, Panda24NN, Shendra D, Your Homeboy Bones, Ellis Hatch, Odigenous, Kai Koa, Squire Solaire, Sandy Sassy Pants, Amira Lockhart, James Molina, Nick Hemsing, Alex LaFountain, Mickey Blake, Seth Cambron, Corpse Knight Silver, Adamir 101, The Dankler, Anticore 7, Lady Destiny Stormbringer, Randall Eberly, the Yes Bud of improvisational comedy, Lord Taser, Funky Stevie, J. Robert the Mad Fox, and Jill and Noel LaPlante. If you want your name to be added to this list, you can join our Patreon too at patreon.com/dumdumdice. Thanks to them, and a little bit of thanks to you.